What's up, guys? Now I'm gonna do a real quick, immediate post fight to the Josh Taylor Ramirez uh, undisputed fight. Let me congratulate my number three pound for pound. He was before the fight, and he still is. Josh Taylor on winning this fight. I don't know what the official judges saw. 114, 112. I have no idea what fight they were watching. You telling me these people think that Josh only won the fight because of the two knockdowns? No, man. No, no, no. I scored this fight wide for Josh, man. I scored this fight 119, 109. Look, at the beginning of the fight, I had the first two rounds even, all right? And hell, I thought I was being generous to Ramirez then. He would, Josh would have success, and then Ramirez would have these little bursts, right? So I give him credit for what he was doing, all right? Third round was the only round I gave to Ramirez. The only round I gave him, all right? And from that point on, I had Josh winning every round. The commentators would say, "Oh, Jose Ramirez, he might have stole around with this. He had a little burst here and there, whatever." That was not enough for me for him to win those rounds. All right. In the sixth round, uh, the first knockdown was scored at the beginning of the round when Ramirez dove in and Josh countered him. Right. A sweet pull counter shot, man. Oof. Sent him down. And full disclosure, I'm while I'm happy that my guy won, a guy that I've had in my top five pound for pound after he beat Pro Grade, I've rated Josh Taylor way before this, all right? But, I played the knockout tonight, man. I played the knockout. And I'm not feeling too bad about it because I got a plus 375 on it. And Josh, he went for the knockout the whole fight. The whole fight, he was going for the knockout. I give Ramirez credit, man. Where he lacks in whatever skill or whatever, he is tough, man. He is a tough, he is a tough dude, man. After he got up in the middle of the ring, I don't know exactly what the timestamp was. Josh hit him with a straight left shot, man. The announcers really didn't even call it for what it was. He hit this dude extremely hard, man. Made his head spin, sound like a crack noise, man. And Ramirez stayed on his feet, man. And, he is tough. I give it to him. He is tough. He can take a shot. But and as the fight went on, of course, I think it was the next round, where Josh got the second knockdown on the uppercut, right? I thought the fight was over, man. I thought the fight was over. He was hurt bad. He had wobbly legs. He was slow to get up. I thought that he would not make count even if he did. I thought he would get stopped. But Josh made a mistake, and he did it in the first knockdown also. He was going forward on the guy before the ref would tell him that he could. It was very amateur, very rookie. He was just too excited about the moment, too excited about closing the show. And let me go back, by the way. I almost forgot. Kenny Bayless gave Jose Ramirez like an extra 10 seconds to recover in the sixth round. After he got up, he kept checking his hands, kept shaking his hands, shaking his arms. He did it like 2 or 3 times, man. Got like an extra 10 seconds to recover. And then Josh would try to engage. He would push him back, even more time to recover. Then he grabbed his hands again, and it was terrible, man. It was terrible. He gave this guy too much extra time to recover, man. That shit was unfair, all right? And then on the second knockdown, Josh again, he knocked the guy. The guy was hurt bad. He was all on top of the guy. Bayless was pushed, telling him to go back to the neutral corner. Go back. Which Bayless was right. I cannot fault Bayless for doing that. Josh made a terrible mistake. He probably could have got a stoppage if he had kept his cool, stayed in the corner until the ref told me to come forward, all right? And from that point on, it was a round two, I think maybe after that, where he kind of slowed down the tempo. They said that he was taking the round off. Maybe he was. I kind of thought that he was looking for counter opportunities, man. I thought he was on Ramirez to extend and catch the guy, which really did not happen because Ramirez's volume really dropped until probably the last two rounds. Once he got knocked down the first time, he wasn't the same guy. His volume dropped. He was hesitant to, not really hesitant to throw, but he was not letting his hands go like he was at the beginning of the fight. So this was a clear wide win for Josh Taylor, man. I do not know what these judges were looking at. If he didn't get the knockdowns, he could have gotten screwed tonight, man. It's a disgrace. It was not a 114-112 fight. You know, so and I did not get to see the end of the post fight. Not get to see him get draped with all the belts. They immediately cut to some NBA bullshit. Who cares? All right. This undisputed fight didn't get the love that it deserved, that it should have gotten. But Josh Taylor just, proved me right, man. That's why I rated the guy so high. I saw him do all this shit to Regis, man, the inside, the outside game. He's tough, he's fast, he's strong, he's accurate. He can take a shot, stamina. He's a great fighter, man. Number 3 pound for pound, only behind Terrence Crawford, number 2, and Canelo, number 1. All right, number 4, the Monster, number 5, Usyk. And as far as I'm concerned, man, I was gonna make a video on this a while back. I never did. I'm gonna say it now, guys. I'm gonna say it now. The number 1 fight that can be made in the welterweight division is Terrence Crawford and Josh Taylor, man. Why people have been clamoring for Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. Why people thinking that this Pacquiao Spence fight is a big fight or whatever. For me, the best fight at 147 is Terrence Crawford and Josh Taylor, man. That is a great fight, man. My two of my top 3 pound for pound, and going at it at 147. That's the fight I want to see, man. Forget Bud and Spence. Forget Bud, Pacquiao, Spence. Forget all that, man. These 2 high-level guys, man. 2 dogs, They neither one gonna take a back step in the build-up, or in the ring, I don't know what would happen, man. I do not know what would happen. I would assume Terrence Crawford would be the favorite. He is always a wide favorite in his fights. I don't think he'd be he wouldn't be a 10-1, 12-1 favorite, but I could see him definitely open as a 2-1, 2, 3, or 4-1 favorite against Josh Taylor because of how great he is. Terrence Crawford and Canelo are 2 guys in the sport. When they have fights, they open as huge favorites, man. And the line gets bigger because people bet them. But I want to see that fight, man. I think Josh Taylor will have a undisputed homegoing fight in Scotland. I heard him lay out the game plan somewhere in the lead up to this fight. I think he will probably fight Catterall to defend, as it was supposedly agreed to, to allow this undisputed fight. I think he will have that fight, and then he said, another big fight in America. Either that will be probably Teofimo or Terrence Crawford. I'm assuming that, and I'm hoping that, if and when he beats Catterall, all right, in Scotland, I'm assuming this is what's going to happen, all right, that he will challenge Terrence Crawford. He will cash in his WBO and try to fight Terrence Crawford, man, at 147. So that's what I'm hoping will happen. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think I missed anything on the fight. Covered the knockdowns. How Ramirez's volume dropped. After the first knockdown, he was not the same guy, and Josh probably could have got the stoppage, which I played the stoppage. Could have made some good money. I thought, look, for a guy who can punch, Josh Taylor can punch. For a guy that can punch, I was like plus 375. I would take that shit. I would take that shit. He got the knockdowns, but could not close the show. He was a little too excited, a little too overzealous, and it cost him on possibly getting a stoppage. And I thought he was looking for counter opportunities as the fight went on. Maybe he was taking, get a little rest in. Who knows? But I thought he was looking for counter opportunities to get a knockout, man. But Ramirez's volume just did not. It was not the same after he got knocked down. So really, I think that's it, guys. Kind of quick post right from me. I did not take notes. I just did a scorecard on my phone. Again, this was not close to me. This was not 114, 112. This was 119, 109. This was not a close fight, man. This was not a fight where Josh only won because he got 2 knockdowns. Ridiculous. All right, that is absolutely ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think, man. But the fight lived up to the hype. It was a good fight, a very good fight considering it was for undisputed. I tipped my cap to Ramirez, man. I was never the highest on his boxing ability, or because of the postal fight, and he was a big time favorite. I only had him winning that fight by 1 point. I was not high on the guy as a boxer or whatever, or technician or whatever. But I like the guy, man. He was classy. In the lead up to the fight, very humble guy. He was classy in defeat. It seemed, and I can say that he made a fan out of me, man. I like it. I like his personality. I like what he stands for. He seemed like a good dude. But I just felt that Josh was the better fighter, and he proved it tonight, man. He proved it. So I think that's it, guys. Let me know what you think, man, and I will check in soon. Thanks for watching.